Hello, and welcome to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the injury market's top program for doctors, lawyers, and insurers who want to gain greater insight on how to improve patient recovery results and deliver better services in the U.S. injury market. Please welcome your host, Dr. Jeffrey Allen Kronk.
Okay, doctors, what I want to talk about today is your goals for 2021. We're in a new year. Thank goodness. We're in a brand new year. We're out of 2020. We're out of the mess of 2020. Now you need to set your goals for 2021. Now, when you're setting your goals, you should set some big goals, and part of your goals should be your injury practice. What are you going to do in your injury practice? I'm going to tell you that the injury portion of any healthcare center is one of the most lucrative portions of your practice. And it's lucrative in a lot of different ways. It's lucrative in money. It's lucrative in purpose. It's lucrative in satisfaction if you do it right. I mean, if you take an injured patient and you rehab them really, really well, remember, in a spinal injury, 50% of the patients are never going to fully recover. And if you're at the 80, 90% of your patients actually fully recover, no matter how long you put them through a treatment program, they fully recover and they don't have issues with their injuries. Your goals, your duty, your purpose should be sky high. Now, if it's not that level, then you part of your goals might be to seriously improve your clinical outcomes and your clinical results in your private practice. That could be a 2021 goal. Things that you're going to take a look at that could get better patient results for your patients, because the future of the market is better results. The future of the market is better results. No questions about it. I mean, the better you are at getting full injury recoveries, the better you are going to be in the market. You're going to be something that's sought out in the market, especially in this next decade, in this next year in 2021, and in this next decade. So when you set your goals, though, a lot of you will set really high goals, and high goals are fantastic, right? High goals are fantastic. You might say, hey, I want to double my injury practice this year. I want to triple. I want to 10X. I mean, with the Grant Cardone, my friend Grant Cardone, everything's 10X, and that's great. You might want to 10X. Let's say you want a 10X. You're at $1 million practice and you want to do a $10 million practice this year. Good. Everything from there, once you set your goal, everything from there is determined by you making the correct estimation of effort. Remember, you can build a house probably in a day or two. You could probably build a whole house in a day or two, but the coordination and the effort and the resources and, the fact that you'd have to have crews upon crews upon crews, working 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, whatever it takes, and you would have a house built immediately, right? But you have to estimate the correct estimation of effort. So, when you're doing that, set your goals high. No questions about it. Set your goals high. And your goals should be, hey, your ability to diagnose these injuries should be stellar, especially spinal injuries. They're too easy today. It's too easy. In our Smart Injury Doctors program, we teach the doctors the 3 things that you're looking for in a derangement of a spine when it's injured. And they're super, super easy. It's excessive motion, disc herniation, and fracture, or any combination of those 3. And so you gotta, if your diagnostic skills are not great, you should improve them. If your treatment skills are not great, you feel like they need to be improved, then you need to sit down and improve them. You need to figure out what you're going to do. What courses are you going to take? What gurus are you going to listen to? Who is doing what you already want to do in the market? Who gets the kind of results you want to get in the market for physical recovery results? If somebody's getting great physical recovery results, then that's who you want to learn from. You want to be better at documentation, and better at documentation just means simpler documentation. It doesn't mean more complicated documentation. It means simpler, not more complicated. If you're with somebody that's making your documentation super complicated, I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably headed in the wrong direction, because it has to be simple. It has to be simple, and people have to understand it. You might want to set some goals on improving your marketing skills. Marketing, anytime that you're in any kind of business, marketing is one of the biggest downfalls of any business, because the provider doesn't know how to market. But in the injury space, you got to have something unique to market. I don't care if you're a pain management specialist, if you're a doctor of chiropractic, you're a doctor of physical therapy, you're a physiatrist. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of physiatrists. There's a lot of pain management specialists. There's a lot of surgeons. There's a lot of chiropractors. There's a lot of doctors of physical therapy. There's a lot of physical therapists. What makes you unique? What makes you unique? And can you say it in about 2 or 3 sentences? What makes you unique? Why should somebody do business with you? When you have this short attention span, why should somebody do business with you? So you should be setting your goals right now. You should be setting your goals for 2021. But what I'm saying is once you set your goals, then set up a program of how you're going to accomplish those goals. Because it's not enough just to set the goals. You got to have a program of how are you going to accomplish those goals? What steps are you going to take to ensure that you have a good opportunity to achieve those goals? And some of you are going to need to invest more in education. You need more information in more areas. Again, that's why we have the Smart Injury Doctors program. It's becoming a comprehensive system for giving you something super unique to offer the market, training your staff to help you offer that uniqueness, and then being able to go out and market that uniqueness into the market. So for some of you, and maybe you're already in the program, maybe you're already activating the system, you need to set your goals to go, hey, I'm going to go over the doctor's training portion of this again, at least 4 times this year. I'm going to re-listen to it. It's about 6 hours of time, right? Or I'm going to re-engage in the staff training program. I understand that training my staff is so lucrative if I'll just do it. So all you have to do is do it. In the marketing area, wow, I'm going to make sure that my social media, anybody that comes to my social media knows immediately what I'm all about. I might start writing blogs and so that people can read what I'm all about. So, all I'm going to tell you right now is that when everybody sets New Year's goals, and those are great. The New Year's goals are great, but also what it takes is then sitting down and saying, okay, what is this going to take to do? And enrolling the people in that can help you, enrolling your staff, enrolling your family, enrolling your wife, enrolling your friends, enrolling the people that you have around you as resources, enrolling them in those goals. And the other thing is, once you set those goals, here's the last thing I'm going to say on this particular topic. Just set down a purpose list of why you want to accomplish those goals. There's the goal, hey, I want to 10x my injury practice. I want to 2x my injury practice. Good. What's the purpose for doing that? Why do you want to do it? Well, I want to help more people. I want to get better results in my clinic. I want to financially improve my own condition. I want to financially improve my own condition for my family. I want my family to be able to take more vacations. So in other words, also assign the purpose of why you want to do this. How is this going to make your life better? If you achieve these goals, how is your life going to be better? And what are you going to do with that betterness? What is the purpose for achieving that? What are you going to do? How are you going to use it? How are you going to help your community? What community projects are you going to do? And start to take a look at that. But definitely, now's the time, set your goals. And one of the biggest goals you should have is, how do I increase my injury practice? How do I increase my exposure of my injury services into my community? How do I make it known exactly what I'm doing and what makes it unique, and why anybody that receives a spinal injury shouldn't even consider any other place than my center? That's what I would suggest that you seriously look at for 2021. This is an exciting time, doctors. It's a very exciting time. This is the time where those that actually, especially when the market's tough, the barrier to entry is always tough. And so the ones that are really good always do better, always do better. I mean, we had the best year we ever had in 2021. So the people that really are purpose-driven always do better in down markets. So you want to actually set your goals and then start to achieve your goals. And if you need help, you need to find the educational resources, people that are doing what you want to do. And you need to pay them to get the information and invest in yourself. Remember, you're only limited by your willingness to invest in yourself. Your success is limited by your willingness to invest in yourself. No questions about it. So don't be limited in investing in yourself. It's one of the best investments you can make. And doctor, have a great start. Get out of the gates quickly in 2021. I'm excited with what we're doing in our spinal ligament injury testing company called Spinal Kinetics, and in my doctor's training program called Smart Injury Doctors. We're really excited what we're doing, both what we did in 2020, but what we're looking to do in 2021. So I hope you take the time to set your goals, and then the most critical part though, figure out why, your purpose for doing them, and then figure out what you really need to do to accomplish them. And then start on that and measure everything you do around accomplishing those goals. If you look at some activity and it doesn't align with those goals, maybe it's not a great activity. Okay, and if you are more interested in that activity than getting your goals, maybe you need to take a look at something internally. Maybe it's not really what you want to do. All right, but get to it. Have an incredible 2021, off to the great races. And if you have any questions or concerns or things that you'd like to hear me speak about in the future, just put your comments down below and we monitor those. Okay, doctors, again, thank you very much for your time and attention. I just take a short topic, give you something to think about on it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next podcast.
You've been listening to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the #1 audio production show for professionals in the U.S. injury market that want to deliver better injury services to the patients, clients, or insureds they serve. If you like what you heard today, please leave us a review and don't forget to join us on our next program.